So back in 2016, JoOni Jones actually came to me with the idea of Juneteenth. I wanted to do a reading conference. And so that's what I wanted to focus on, reading over the summer. Obviously to address the summer loss of learning, known as the summer slide. And so she continued to talk about Juneteenth. And so we decided we would combine it, because I also knew that I probably need to have some type of a catch, because it's not always easy to engage people with reading. And so I need to have something else that was going to get their attention. And so that's why we came up with bringing those ideas together. And obviously with reading, which is focusing on literacy, which is an aspect of freedom that we want to continue to embrace ever since, you know, our ancestors have been freed from slavery. You know, bringing that into the celebration of freedom, which is Juneteenth, we thought was going to be very appropriate.
So when I moved here, I originally did not see a lot of things going on in the community that would help to promote African American and Latin and brown skinned people to, you know, to celebrate their heritage. And so Juneteenth was a perfect opportunity. So when we started to tell people about Juneteenth, I found out a lot of people didn't even know what that was, especially here. So I wanted them to understand that, you know, what do you mean? This is the date that we should be celebrating this day. This is the day that the last of the African American slaves found out that they were free. And that is a big celebration in itself. So we want them to know why we're celebrating this, why it's important for us, you know, to celebrate these things. You know, we just don't want to take it, we don't want our children just taking it for granted that the freedom that they have today is just something that they all just had. We want them to know that people worked, people died, people sweated to get this. So we want them to celebrate, you know, celebrate it.
So what Juneteenth also offers us the opportunity to do is to reflect on our progress. So that's why we also want to emphasize literacy, where we are with that, economic development, mental health. So it gives us an opportunity to just reflect on how far we've come and where we need to go.
So this year we decided that we wanted to encourage it, to make it a weekend thing, and that's when we partnered with Ward Temple for the Father's Day event and also for the community event. We wanted to make something that the community itself could celebrate everybody.
Author Vincent Taylor, who's an educator and author from Jacksonville, Florida, he has written a series of book series called Cornbread. And so what I like about him, and what everybody seems to like about him, is that the presentation is highly interactive, highly engaging. He uses what we call in education hip-hop pedagogy, rhyme and rhythm, to engage the kids in this whole literacy presentation. So I haven't seen anything like it. And so Cornbread is the mascot. He's about 6 foot tall, has an afro, and so he comes out later and he gives, you know, continue to engage the kids, and you know, it's basically the celebration at the end of this presentation that the author presents. I think that we've provided books from the authors to the children, and I just believe that when the kid gets that book in their hand, they're going to remember that experience, and that's going to encourage them to read that book, talk about that book, share that book. You know, having been able to take a picture with the author and Cornbread. So it's that memorable experience we think is going to just really, you know, be impactful throughout the summer for them, and help them fall in love with books and all over again. Okay, so we expect, well, they can expect the community coming together. We're going to have vendors. We're going to have people giving out information that is going to be information on health, wellness, economic, financial stability, great food from a lot of our minority restaurants and food vendors. So many of them, this will be their first time even participating in a festival like this. So it's going to be a launch for some of them to become, you know, more engaged in the community. So quite a few nonprofits that's going to be talking about some of the services that they offer as well.
Let's come on out, celebrate, help us celebrate Juneteenth, celebrate our heritage, let all the community know. So come on and have some good fun and get some good food. So we just want everyone to participate. We just want it to be a community event, and we just want to have fun. So that's it.
It's going to be a great event. We're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to celebrating freedom. We're looking forward to celebrating community.